Achievers University. Today is the day the Lord has made, and they are glad. We celebrate you. I think wine is the color for the day. I can see about 3 to 4 inductees putting on wine suits. Congratulations. Of these inductees to this wonderful induction this morning, as I use one of the proud parents of these inductees, who is also the immediate past registrar of Achievers, in person of Reverend Canon Ekomsa. I would like to announce to the parents that if you still have your wards or your church members or mosque members who are yet to get admission into higher institution, Achievers University admission is still going on, and we are running 100% scholarship in some courses, 50% tuition free in some courses, as well as 80 and 70% tuition free respectively. Do well to see us well to your loved ones. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we all rise as we make welcome the second set of the procession this morning that consists of the academic staff of the Faculty of Engineering and Technology, followed by the distinguished members of management staff, which is led by the University Acting Librarian, followed by the University Bossa, after which we have the guest lecturer for this morning, followed by the Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, the Dean, the Provost College of Medicine, and the brand new Registrar of Achievers University, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, and of course, the Vice Chancellor of Achievers University. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we take the national anthem? The university anthem. May I call on Reverend Canon S.B. Oladimiji to please give us the opening prayer.
Let us pray. Our Lord and our God, we bless your holy name. We thank you so much for this day which you, the Lord, has made, and we shall continue to rejoice in it. Thank you for the College of Engineering and Technology. Thank you for the inductees of today. We thank you for journey mercies that you have granted each and every one of us to this place. Daddy, may your name alone be glorified in Jesus' name. Lord, we commit programs into your hand. Father, we pray that you come amongst us. Direct every of our fears. so that whatever we are going to do here will bring glory to your holy name. And bless each and every one of us. We pray for the students, oh Lord, the grace to be faithful to the oath that they are going to swear into today, we will grant unto them in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Father, for hearing us. For in Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. Amen.
Please jam your hands together for him as we have our seats. Thank you very much. Once more, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to the fourth induction ceremony of the Faculty of Engineering and Technology at Chivas University. So this morning, it gives me great pleasure to make welcome to this induction the Vice Chancellor of Chivas University in person of Professor Omolola Irinoye. You're welcome, ma. Permit me to introduce to you the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Chivas University in person of Professor A. Oyesoji Aremu. Ladies and gentlemen, at the last induction, I introduced this next person as the acting registrar. But this morning, I introduced to you the substantive registrar of Chivas University, person of Mr. Adebayo Olagunju. You're welcome, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the university bossa, person of Mrs. O.R. Ayodeji. I introduce to you the acting university librarian, person of Mrs. D.C. Ugboyi Oriogo. I introduce to you the host dean of today's induction, the Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Engineer Professor A.S. Onowumi. This morning, we have the presence of the Provost, College of Medicine, Professor J.I. Fatukasi. We have the presence of the Acting Dean, Faculty of Education, Dr. O.A. Ibitoye. We have the presence of the Dean, Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Professor G.O. Olayiwola. We have the presence of the number one student, the Dean, Student Affairs, Dr. Sam Ojeme. We have today the Director of Works, who we now refer to as Double Engineer, Engineer Bayo Adeshida. You're welcome, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the Chairman, Nigerian Society of Engineer, Akure Branch, Engineer Oluwaseun Adeyeye. I introduce to you the guest lecturer for this morning, whose profile will be read later, Professor Olumide Moses Ogundipe. This morning, we have other delegates from the Nigerian Society of Engineers. We have the APWAN chairman, Engineer Adenike Abakoyowa, apologies. We have the NCA General Secretary, Engineer Oluwatomisin Owolabi. We have the PRO, Engineer Andrew Omolafe. We have the Technical Secretary, Engineer Ayodeji Ajayi. Also in the delegates, we have Engineer Oludare Samson. We have Mr. Samson Oyakumo. And we also have Mr. Babatunde Martins. This morning, in today's induction, of course, in the Faculty of Engineering, we have various departments. So the head of department, Mechanical and Mechatronics Engineering, we have Professor B. Karim. Electrical and Information Engineering, we have Dr. O.J. Famoriji. The head of department, Biomedical Engineering, we have Engineer Ephraim. And the head of department, Civil Engineering, we have Professor D.A. Okpeyemi. Madam Vice Chancellor, this morning we have the presence of the Student Association of Achievers University, who is ably read by Comrade David Irokanolo. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, we also want to welcome our proud parents who are here this morning. Inductees, please celebrate your parents. Jam your hands together for your parents who have spent more than enough for you to be inducted this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to the fourth induction ceremony. On this note, permit me to make welcome to the microphone the Dean Faculty, Professor Onowomi, to please come and give the opening address. A round of applause for him.
The Vice Chancellor, the Pro-Chancellor, Professor Bode Ayorinde, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Molola Enrioye, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Yesoji Aremu, our able Registrar, Mr. Olagoju, the Bossa, Mrs. Ayodeji, Acting Librarian, the President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, ably represented by the Chairman of the Nigerian Society of Engineers Akure Branch, Engineer Aina Oguntala, FNSC. The guest lecturer of today, Professor Ogudikwe, FNSC, FNISC. The chairman of the Nigerian Society of Engineers Akure Branch, who is also here, doubling as the chairman, as the president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Adeyeye. The head of departments, the provost and deans of colleges and faculties, heads of departments in the Faculty of Engineering and Technology, heads of departments of other colleges and faculties, the esteemed guests, lucky parents, and words of our inductees, the well-favored inductees, and the celebrants, gentlemen of the press, greatest achiever university student, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to these momentous occasions of the induction ceremony of our engineering graduates. Today marks a significant milestone in the lives of our graduates as they transit from the students to professionals, ready to take on the challenges of the engineering world and grow to become a responsible ambassador of the Achiever University. Special appreciation goes to the Pro-Chancellors and the Chairman of the Council of Achievers University Award, Professor Bode Ayorinde, for the great and life-molding vision and fruits, the fruit of which many are beneficiary of today. May the glory of Achiever University continue to work stronger and stronger. Also to appreciate our amiable, astute administrators and esteemed Vice Chancellor of Achiever University, Professor AUO Omolola Irioye, and all the management teams, the provosts, the deans, and the heads of the department. Your immeasurable contributions towards the achievement of the visions of this great university is highly recognized and shall never be taken for granted. As we gather today to celebrate the inductions of our graduates into the Nigerian Society of Engineers, I am reminded of the countless blessings we've received from God. Counting our blessings one by one would be an understatement. But suffice to say that we are very grateful to God. To our esteemed faculty members, I express my deepest gratitude to you for your tireless effort in guiding our graduates throughout their academic journey. Your expertise, mentorship, and commitment to the excellence to commitment of excellence have helped shape our graduates into the talented engineers that they are today. To the inductees, I congratulate you on reaching this milestone. You navigated the challenges of a rigorous 5 years training program, and your dedication has paid off. Your achievement is a testament of your hard work and perseverance. To the lucky parents of our graduates, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to you as well. Your support and encouragement have been valuable, and we are honored to have you here to witness this remarkable occasion. What we are celebrating today goes beyond the inductions of these highly favored graduates from various engineering programs, but much more. We are here to acknowledge God for the multitude of grace He gave to our inductees to finish and to finish strong the journey of 5 years in these citadels of learning. To God alone be all the glory. The Vice Chancellor, Achiever University no doubt has established itself as a reputable and shining institution, and its role in national building cannot be overstated. The university's commitment to academic excellence is evident in its NUC and professional accreditations of programs in all of the engineering programs: biomedical engineering, civil and environmental engineering, the electrical and electronic engineering, the computer engineering, the mechanical engineering, and the mechatronics engineering. Highly esteemed guests in this occasion, it is worthwhile to note that these inductees have acquired unique knowledge, skills, and attitude that enable them to make positive impact anywhere, everywhere they find themselves. I make bold to say that they have learned to think critically, solve complex problems, and work collaboratively to achieve common goals under the golden oath of engineering profession. To our graduates and the inductee of today, as you embark on this new journey, we are confident that you will make a positive impact in your reputable fields. In your respective fields, do not forget you are an ambassador. Please make us proud and be diligent to uphold the values of knowledge, leadership, excellence and integrity that our institutions embodies. Once again, congratulations to you. I hope you will clap for yourself. May this induction ceremony mark the beginning of a bright and successful career. And may you always remain true to the professional ethics as well as the values of excellence, integrity, and service that have defined your academic journey. Thank you. Long live Faculty of Engineering and Technology. Long live Achiever University Award. Long live Nigerian Society of Engineers. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Please, if you are jamming those hands together, jam them properly for the Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Technology. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning we have the presence of the General Manager, Achievers Venture, person of Mr. Dokun Fanire. You're welcome, sir. We have the presence of the Director, Achievers University Flexible Program, a person of Dr. Adegoke. You're welcome, sir. We have the Acting Director of Academic Planning, a person of Dr. Ile Somi. You're welcome, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, with a resounding round of applause, please make welcome to the microphone the Vice Chancellor of Achievers University to please give the opening remarks, Professor Omolola Irinoye.
Thank you. The principal officers of this great university, provosts, deans, heads of department, directors, the special owners of today, starting with the president of Nigerian Society of Engineers. We missed her. She was here sometimes, and it was as if she should just stay with us permanently. The chairman of Nigerian Society of Engineers, who is also representing the president, the team representing the Ondo State Nigerian Society of Engineers, our guest speaker, Professor Olumide Moses Ogundipe, the celebrants of today and their proud parents and guardians, all our friends, the representative of our students, AUSA, the friends of the celebrants, press men and women, ladies and gentlemen. For us, today is another exciting day that we are celebrating great people that are meant for tomorrow. Scientists study the world as it is, but engineers actually create the world that has never been. Whatever we are seeing today are products of what engineers had worked on over the years. So what we are going to be seeing for the future are what we expect these graduates to be presenting to us. We congratulate you, because you are not just professionals of today, you are professionals building the future. I'm most delighted to welcome us to this fourth induction ceremony of engineering graduates of different categories. Today we celebrate brilliance, we celebrate determination, we celebrate vision. We honor young minds, who have dared not only to learn, but to create, to innovate, and imagine beyond ordinary. This set is particularly exceptional. If I'm not mistaken, this is the set that produced a product that we are asking their faculty to walk around replicating what they have done to showcase. As graduating engineers, I say congratulations. You have journeyed through the years of intense study, rigorous training, and countless challenges, where you surmount all challenges. That's what actually matters. Today, you stand here victorious, ready to step into the professional world. As I earlier said, engineering is more than a discipline. It is a calling to transform society and to build a better future. You are now part of the noble mission of building a better future. I want to salute our dedicated faculty who have guided, mentored, and inspired you. And I acknowledge your families and friends whose unwavering support, patience, and sacrifices made today possible. A big round of applause. At Achievers University, we remain committed to producing graduates who are academically excellent, morally upright, globally relevant, and solutions-driven. Our engineering programs continue to thrive, adapting to the rapid advancement of the 21st century. You are equipped for a world shaped by artificial intelligence, sustainable innovation, robotics, renewable energy, and emerging technologies. As engineers, you are the architects for tomorrow. The world awaits your ideas. Ideas that will revolutionize industries, that will build resilient infrastructure, that will improve lives, and will propel our nation into new frontiers. You must be bold. You must be curious. You must not be afraid to question. You also must not be timid to explore and to dream. Remember, true engineering goes beyond equations and machines. It is about integrity, about responsibility, and service to humanity. As you take your professional oath today, carry with you the values of diligence, innovation, teamwork, and excellence. Let your work competence, but character bright. Though the road may present challenges, do not be discouraged. As you have surmounted the challenges that you had experienced in the last 5 years, but still got you here, you will also surmount any challenge that come your way as you grow in your career. For every obstacle that lies ahead, there are opportunities. For any problems, you have the solutions. You only need to look inwards and see what you can tap into. You are not just graduates. You are achievers. And achievers do not just participate in history. They make history. Go forth and engineer solutions like you have started, and uplift communities, strengthen nations, and inspire the world. We believe in you and we celebrate you. And we look forward to the greatness that you will achieve. Once again, congratulations to the fourth cohort of engineering graduates of Achievers University. Go and engineer the future. God bless you.
Please, another round of applause for my ever-loaded Vice Chancellor. Thank you very much, ma. Ladies and gentlemen, we are diving in gradually into the main business of the day. With a round of applause, please make welcome one of the alumni of the Faculty of Engineering and Technology, in person of Miss Tolu Omotayo, as she comes to read the citation of the guest lecturer. Please, a round of applause for her as she comes forward. Some years ago, she was well seated like this to be inducted into the Society of Engineers.
Standing on the existing protocol, with the permission of the Vice Chancellor, may I please invite the guest lecturer, Professor Olumide Moses. Thank you, sir. Can you remain standing? Profile of the induction lecturer. Engineer Professor Olumide Moses Ogundipe, FNSC, FNIHTE, FNICE, Korean registered, was born 18th November 1978. He attended Ondo Boys Ondo High School, Ondo State, where he passed the senior secondary school certificate examination in 1995. He bagged his first degree in civil engineering at the University of Ado-Ekiti, Nigeria, now known as Ekiti State University, Ado-Ekiti, with first-class honors in 2001. He obtained a Master's of Engineering in Civil Engineering at the University of Ilorin, Kwara State, 2006. He won the Petroleum Technology Development Fund PhD scholarship in 2008 for PhD study at the University of Nottingham, United Kingdom, where he researched the mechanical behavior of stress-absorbing membrane interlayers and bagged a Doctor of Philosophy in Civil Engineering in 2012. He had his first post-graduation work experience at Federal Government College, Sokoto State, where he taught mathematics during the mandatory National Youth Service Corps program from January to December 2002. He worked briefly as a trainee engineer at Delcom Engineering Company, Efurun, Warri, Delta State in 2003, before employed as an assistant lecturer at the University of Ado-Ekiti, Nigeria, now known as Ekiti State University, Ado-Ekiti, in the year 2004. He was promoted to the rank of Civil Engineering, Transportation Engineering, effective 1st of October 2019. Professor Ogundipe has held different positions at Ekiti State University, Ado-Ekiti, among which are Acting Head, Department of Computer Engineering, Acting Head, Department of Civil Engineering, Chairman, Faculty of Engineering Postgraduate Committee, Chairman, Faculty of Engineering Research Committee, Member, College of Postgraduate Studies Academic and Research Committee, Member, College of Postgraduate Studies Board, Member, Administrative and Technical Staff Appointment and Promotion Committee, Member, University Development Committee, Member, Academic Staff Appointment and Promotion Committee, Dean, Faculty of Engineering. He is now a member of the University Senate. He has supervised civil engineering thesis in the area of transportation engineering at the postgraduate diploma, master, and doctor of philosophy levels, and served as examiner on master and PhD examination within and outside Ekiti State University. He is also a reviewer for many local and international journals. He has published over 80 well-researched articles in international and local journals and proceedings of conferences. He is a consultant to the Nigerian Building and Road Research Institute on the construction of national test track for road pavements and a member of the Technical Advisory Committee of the Institute. Professor Ogundikpe is a fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Nigerian Institution of Civil Engineers, and Nigerian Institution of Highway and Transportation Engineers. He served the Nigerian Society of Engineers Ado-Ekiti branch in different capacities, which culminated in him serving as chairman of the branch from 2018 to 2020. He is currently the executive member representing the Southwest Chairman, Innovation and Technopreneurship Committee, and Vice Chairman, Engineering, Technology and Innovation Management Board, and a member of Council and at the national level. He is registered by the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, Koren. He is a pastor at the Chapel of His Power, Ado-Ekiti, and blessed with 3 children. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Professor Olumide Moses Ogundikpe as he delivers his investiture lecture. Thank you.
The Vice Chancellor, kindly permit me to adopt the protocols as you established. Thank you, ma'am, because of time. But I would still like to acknowledge my president, the president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, to encourage the females among the inductees today. You know, she's actually the first female president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers in the 67 years existence of the society. I expect a round of applause. She's ably represented here today by my chairman, Engineer Sheon Adedeyi. Before I start the lecture, I would like to use this opportunity to appreciate the Vice Chancellor for this opportunity to speak to the young engineers, and then the Dean and other management staff of the Faculty of Engineering. I say thank you. And again, this is indeed a joyous day, and I would like to congratulate the inductees of today. Having been in this university for 5 years, taking different courses, and you are at this stage now where you are going out there to join the engineering profession. I want to congratulate you for this great achievement, and I wish you well as you join the group of engineers outside there. Likewise, I want to congratulate the management of the faculty, the dean, and other lecturers that have deposited so much in you to get you to this stage. I say congratulations to you all, and the parents that have done so much, labored so much to get you to this stage, pay the fees, support you in all forms. I want to congratulate you. Congratulations to all of you, and I wish you well, and I pray that the Lord will grant you good health to reap the reward of your labor in the name of Jesus. So today I've been given the topic to talk about building a new generation of engineers with self-esteem and integrity in the 21st century. And I have just 20 minutes to give this speech. So I'm going to be very fast as much as possible. And in the speech, I'm going to give a brief introduction about the topic. Talked about the professional bodies. Talked about the professional bodies and the evolving engineer. How important the professional bodies are to the evolving engineer, to the engineer of the 21st century. And then I'm going to talk about the engineering challenges of this century, of the 21st century. There are challenges that requires that the engineer should do things differently from how it was done in the 28th century. We're going to look at this, and likewise look at the skills and competencies required by the engineer in the 21st century, and then how can you as young engineers develop your skill, improve on the ones that you have acquired through your 5 years in this university, and I'll conclude. So starting with the introduction. Talking about engineering education, it has evolved over the years. Since the first engineering school was first established in 1747, and that was in France. But over the years, there have been different kind of development that has changed the way engineering education that we have today. And presently now, the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, which we are going to be talking about during this lecture, is introducing different things likewise, and that's to help ensure that the young engineers can actually stand with their colleagues around the world in this 21st century. Despite that, the engineering remains a profession defined by 3 elements, which are knowledge, organization, and public goal. There is no one who can become an engineer without going through the engineering school. And that's why you have been here for 5 years. So it requires knowledge. And because of the situation we find ourselves, because of different challenges, the way engineers have been educated have changed over the years. And then talking about organization, which requires that standards are set and likewise enforced. Which requires that standards are set and enforced, and code of ethics likewise established. And that is why we have the Nigerian Society of Engineers. We have a chairman here today who is going to, who on behalf of the president is going to induct you into the family. And likewise, we talk about public good, which means it is for purpose of service and the preservation of public welfare, just like our Vice Chancellor mentioned. There is no how you can have, a sustainable world. There is no how anyone can live comfortably in this world without the products of the engineers. So the engineers are, to make the world a better place for every one of us. And when you look at the definition of engineering, that talk about engineering as being profession in which knowledge of mathematical and natural sciences gained by study, experience, and practice is applied with the judgment to develop ways to utilize economically the materials and forces of nature for the benefit of mankind. When you look at this definition, you will discover that it revolves around these 3 elements: knowledge, organization, and likewise public goal. Like I mentioned earlier, in the 20th century, engineers have been able to combine materials, make use of computing facilities to develop products for the world. But right now, in the 21st century, why it is necessary that we continue to do that, there are challenges, obvious challenges that we have to confront as engineers. And that is why as engineers, we must be well prepared for these challenges as young engineers. And that is why we are giving this lecture today, for you to know what you are going out there to face and how best you can equip yourself to make sure that you are actually the best anywhere in the world. So in the 21st century, we are going to, later we are going to look at some of these challenges that engineers these days have to confront. The 21st century engineer must be able to tackle intricate multidisciplinary problems, keep up with rapid advancement in technology in an increasing interconnected global economy, and make the most efficient use of both human and natural resources. Aside from that, likewise, the engineer must be an entrepreneur. You have been trained as an engineer when you are leaving this place to be able to stand, on your own, and then be a good manager, and then be able to create a job as well for others. For a young engineer to be able to do this, he or she requires certain skills which we are going to look at in this lecture. So engineers of the 21st century must be well equipped. We're talking about building a new generation of engineers with self-esteem and integrity. If you are talking about self-esteem, we are referring to you having confidence in your own abilities. Having confidence in your own ability, it is what you have that actually you are going to have confidence in. So when you have somebody who is not well equipped, a young engineer that is not well equipped, you discover that such person will not be able to function well in the community. And likewise, we are talking about integrity, which has to do with following the codes of ethics of the profession. And that is why we have the professional bodies, which we are going to talk about in this lecture. Now to the professional bodies and the evolving engineers. In the life of a young engineer or young professional, the professional bodies are very, very, very important because they provide opportunities, different kind of opportunities for you to be able to develop these skills that I've talked about earlier. So the professional bodies are essential, very essential in the growth of an evolving engineer who needs to continue to adapt his or her skills, knowledge, and perspectives to be able to keep up with the pace and rapid technological advancements that we have in the world. And talking about the professional bodies, the Professional Association Research Network define professional bodies as organizations that are dedicated to the advancement of knowledge and practice of professions through developing, supporting, regulating, and promoting professional standards for technical and ethical competence. And when you look at this definition, you discover that the professional bodies are very important in the life of an evolving engineer who wants to have a successful career. So, talking about this professional body, in the engineering family, we group the professional bodies into two. You have the professional associations and likewise the regulatory body. And in the engineering profession, the umbrella body for all engineering disciplines. As you are here today, we have a number of disciplines: civil, mechanical, electrical and electronic, mechatronics, industrial engineering, and many that you can name. So the body that takes charge of all these disciplines is actually the Nigerian Society of Engineers. And here today, we have the branch chairman of Akure branch representing our president. And in the Nigerian Society of Engineers, the body operates through its branches and divisions. You have branches and division. In Ondo State, as of today, we only have one branch, which is the Nigerian Society of Engineers Akure branch, and that's why you have the chairman here. But it is possible that it's in a state that you have more than a branch, as you have in other states like Lagos, Ibadan, and so many other states also that have more than one branch. And so what do I want you to know about the Nigerian Society of Engineers? The Nigerian Society of Engineers, like I mentioned, operates through the branches and the division. So wherever you find yourself, after your graduation, you are going to go for service, you are going to be posted to one of the states in the country. And in that state, I can assure you that you are going to have a branch of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. And that branch, we hold meeting on a particular day of the month. Every month, they have all kinds of activities to help the young engineers. And that's why today you are going to be inducted as graduate member. You are going to be inducted as graduate member. So I want to encourage you that wherever you find yourself, locate the branch of the society. Locate the branch of the society in that environment and participate fully in their activities. I can assure you that you are going to be better for it, because they provide opportunity for seminars, workshops, all kinds of training that are going to equip you for the task that you have ahead. You know, I already mentioned you are being inducted today as a graduate engineer. We have categories of membership. After 4 years, you are able to apply and then become a corporate member of the society. And do you know the reason why you are not being inducted as a graduate, as corporate member at the point of graduation? And that's because your training as an engineer does not end in the lecture rooms. There are so many things that you need to know to be able to function well out there as an engineer in this century. And that is why it is after 4 years that the Nigerian Society of Engineers will now assess you. You'll go through interview, do all kinds of tests, prepare a report on what you have done 4 years of your post-graduation. Present a report that you have done, and that will be assessed. And it is on the basis of that that you'll be admitted into the body, into the society as a corporate member. And so what that means is that once you are leaving the university, for the 4 years, you have a lot of things to do. Attach yourself to organizations where you can garner experience, and likewise, involved in so many things which we are going to talk about that will help you to become a well-rounded engineer. And that's talking about the branch. And likewise, you have the divisions. Why the branches are for certain territories. And in the branch, you have all discipline of engineering profession. All disciplines, you have them in the branch. But in the division are discipline specific. Civil engineering has a division, which is the Nigerian Institution of Civil Engineers. And then you have many of them. If you are a mechanical engineer, you have the Nigerian Institution of Mechanical Engineers. And then for electrical, you have the Nigerian Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers. So as for your own discipline, there is a particular division that you can attach yourself to. It is possible that you discover that your discipline is relevant to 2 or 3 divisions. NSC permits that as a member, you can be member of at least 3 of such divisions. So the divisions are discipline specific, and then they are going to help you. They'll be able to help you as far as your discipline is concerned. They work hand in hand, likewise, with the Nigerian Society of Engineers. So likewise, wherever you find yourself, locate particular discipline, particular division that is related to your discipline, become likewise a graduate member, and participate in the activities. Because I can assure you that is going to help you greatly. And that's for the professional associations. And likewise, we have the regulatory body. The regulatory body, in the engineering family, we have only one regulatory body, and that's the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria. If COREN has not accredited your courses in this university, we are not going to be here today. Whoever is anywhere studying engineering, anywhere in any university, any institution not accredited by the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, such people are just wasting their time because they will not be able to practice in Nigeria. So it's the body established by law to regulate the training as well as the practice of engineering. And the roles of the body do not end here. The roles do not end here. After regulating you through the school, when you are out there, likewise, you have to be registered to be able to practice. And every year, likewise, you have to renew your license to practice. You get your practicing license every year. So likewise, COREN these days likewise inducts you as pupil engineers. As you are coming out, you are pupil, you are referred to as, you will be indexed as pupil engineers, and you are expected likewise to go through 4 years of training, just like the Nigerian Society of Engineers. So you can see that the professional association and the regulatory body, they work together. So likewise, before you can apply to COREN and say you want to become a registered engineer, you must have 4 years of experience. And then before you will be registered, likewise, you must be able to detail what you have done in the last 4 years, the skills that you have acquired that can make you to function very well as an engineer. So just like NSC provides you opportunity for professional development, likewise, COREN does that. So you should be working towards that and then engage also in the activities of the regulatory body. Now to the engineering challenges of the 21st century. that has changed the way the engineers view the world and the way they do their work. You know, these days, engineers are contending with a variety of issues, including climate change, quickly advancing technology, you know, the environment, and many of them. And all these you will see in the Sustainable Development Goals. In the Sustainable Development Goal, you have 17 of them. The first talk about no poverty, no hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, and many of them. Climate action. You see, when you see what you have in the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, there you will see the challenges that engineers are facing today. And as engineers, we have to be well equipped, have the necessary things we can need to make sure you can sustain in the world out there. I've mentioned some of these challenges: climate change, access to clean energy. In Nigeria today now, people will talk about just even give us energy and still leave the clean, the clean one aside. The one that is not, that is time not being clean is not even available. But the world is moving away from having energy, resulting in global warming, climate change, causing a number of problems for the world. To see now we can move to cleaner energy, driving cars, having electric vehicles, moving away from the fossil fuels. Likewise, moving also to renewable energy, likewise, that are green. These are some of the challenges that we have. And as an engineer, you must be able to move, with the development so that you are able to provide, confront these challenges as engineers out there when you start, to work. And another one also is access to clean water. It will interest you to know that in many places, people still do not have access to clean water, promoting circular economy, moving away from just producing and disposing, to make sure that you go for your produce, you use, and then you are able to recycle. And by so doing, you are going to save the environment, while likewise improving the economy. And then cyber security and threats from artificial intelligence are what engineers also will have to confront. Integration of complex systems. Today you have complex systems, and then when you are building such systems, you have to bring professionals of different disciplines together to be able to accomplish such tasks. And if you are going to do that as an engineer, you need to be well-rounded, have the knowledge of most of these, all of these disciplines. As civil engineer, if you are going to work on a road project, you will discover that the civil engineers will not be the only professionals that will be there. You even need the economists, the geologists, the land surveyors, and many of them to be able to deliver the project and make it cost-effective, make it efficient, and then make it safe, to the environment. So when you have such complex system also, that has affected the way engineers work. And likewise, food security. Food security, many are not able to have their 3 square meal. So these days, we are talking about deploying technology that can ensure that people have a 3 square meal. As a nation, we should be able to feed ourselves. In Nigeria, we still depend on imports, bringing in food items from different parts of the world to be able to feed the citizens. So engineering should get to a point where, as a nation, we're able to feed ourselves and then help the economy to grow. And then health and well-being, likewise, of the people. The need to improve our health and well-being through life sciences, nanotechnology, bioengineering. Now you have a new discipline, which is the biomedical engineering. And that's to establish the importance of engineering in health, in medicine. Before you can make a right diagnosis, you require all these sophisticated equipment, which are going to be built by the engineers. And that is why also today you are talking about mechatronics, so that you can have systems being automated. And so, if we are going to have that, then we must move away from the way we have been working in the past to new ways of doing things. And then, again, balancing progress with social responsibility and upholding professional ethics. As an engineer, your world is out there. You are not going to work in an enclosed place. Your work will have to do with, meeting with the people, interacting with the people, interacting with the environment. And then that must be done in an ethical way, in such a way that the society will not be negatively affected. And likewise, you must be able to work in such a way that you can build trust with the society. These days you hear almost all the time a case of project failure, building collapsing, here and there. When you have situation like that, if it is a sensor, you can be sure that people will not have trust in the engineer. So in this century, we must be able to work in a way that people can trust that the engineers are able to deliver, good products that will not impact negatively on an environment. And then I've talked about interdisciplinary collaboration also. You must be able to work, within a team. Now, what are the skills and competencies required by the engineers, by the 21st century engineer? As you are going out there to the world of work, like I mentioned earlier, your lecturers, they have done so much in the 5 years that you are in this university. They have deposited in you knowledge. Like I mentioned earlier, your training here, training of an engineer does not end in the lecture room. Everything you need, to function effectively as an engineer, you are not going to get in the lecture room. And the professional bodies recognize that. The professional body recognize that, and that is why you will not be registered until after 4 years. So make sure it is called years of pupillage. You'll be attached to an engineer who monitors your progress and ensure that you are developing in the right way so that you can function very well there. So we want to look at some of these skills that are very important. And I'll start with analytical skill. Strong analytical skill. You agree with me that yes, while here, that must have been deposited in you. You have gone through so many things to develop your, analytical skill, which an engineer, very important for an engineer. There's no how you can work without having sound analytical skill. Because when there is a problem, and then you want to provide solution to such problem, proper analysis of the situation must be done. And that will require different kind of tools, statistical tools, and many of them, which I am sure you have been exposed to in your 5 years there. But it is essential that you must take this beyond what you have been taught in the lecture room. There are different softwares that are available that can help you to do this effectively, which you may not you may not have the opportunity to have gone through. Like I said, you can't have everything. You can't have everything in the lecture room. And like I mentioned earlier, most of these things likewise will involve money. Involve money. You want to enroll for a program, you require money to do that. And that is why it is essential that you are part of your professional association. Part of your professional association. They provide this opportunity for members free of charge. Just this year alone, the Nigerian Society of Engineers has trained young engineers in data analytics and so many other software to help them, grow. And likewise, there is a logical reasoning skill, which you cannot separate likewise from the strong analytical skills, which require using a systematic, rule-based approach to reach a conclusion. Then creativity and innovation. As an engineer, you must be creative. Just like the Vice Chancellor mentioned, you must go out there to affect your world positively. Most of these things that we have around today started somewhere, started by somebody. So as an engineer, it is essential that you must be creative. It's essential that you must be creative. And how do you develop that skills? We're going to look at some of these later. And then excellent communication skills. Very, very important. In the past, people will say engineers don't speak good English. They don't speak a lot of English. At that time, engineering students were admitted into institutions with even a pass in English. But the world has gone beyond that. You can't get to any engineering institution now without having at least a credit in English. And that's because they have come to recognize the importance of communication in the profession. You're not just going to communicate with your colleagues. You are going to communicate with different categories of people in the society. In the engineering family, we have different cadres. You have the engineering technology, you have the technicians, you have the craftsmen. Likewise, you have the artisans, which are not classified by current, and they are very important to us in the family. And so you are going to relate with these people. And so there must be a way you can communicate with them effectively to get results. When there is communication gap, there is no how you are going to get good results. So communication skill, very essential. There are ways also you can improve your communication skills. Problem-solving skills. Engineers, likewise, must be able to handle difficult or unexpected situations in workplace. The major work of an engineer is to solve problems. So having a problem, having a challenge should not be a big deal to any engineer, because that's what you are called to do as an engineer. You have to provide solution. Provide solution, there is a challenge, and you are going to have many of that while working. You are going to have many of that. Some of them, you want to rush your books to go and check whether you can, you can find a way out from your book. And most times you will see that you may not see some of this in the books. And it takes developing some of these skills that we are talking about that will help you to be able to get out of such problem. And then talking about technological and digital proficiencies. Now, as an engineer, you must be able to work and then be able to use different kinds of softwares. If you are going to do the design of a building, you have been taught through, the fundamental method in the classroom. But in the field, you discover that you won't need to do that. You won't need to do that. There are software that have been designed for that purpose. And if you have been taught one, in your during your 5 years here, when you get out there, you will discover that you have varieties of this. Software. And then every opportunity you have to develop this, you must make sure you do so. And then leadership skills and teamwork. The engineer is a leader anywhere you find yourself. In the engineering family, the engineer is a leader. And when you get to the built environment, likewise, other professionals will agree with me in the built environment that the engineers are actually the leader. So you must be a good leader, be able to work with team, multidisciplinary exposure, very important, sustainable and ethical thinking, we have talked about it earlier, social responsibility, and then the last one I'm going to talk about that is very important is self-management. Self-management. You have acquired some of that right here. An engineer is somebody that must be conscious of time. An engineer is not a person that must, believe the philosophy of African time. You must not believe in the philosophy of that. Time management is very important because time in any project is of essence. If you have to deliver a project you have given 6 months or a year to deliver a project. If you don't deliver within the 6 years, apart from there can be penalty in that contract, it is possible for you that you are going to have cost overrun because of the inflation. And that must have been taken into consideration, the period has been taken into consideration before the bill was actually prepared. So when you are in a situation where you are not conscious of time, then serious problem can arise in such situation. Time management, very important. Organization to gradually study, very important, and many of them. Now, let's go quickly to how to improve and develop skills and competency. And the first is that you must establish your goals. Establish your goals. You are a civil engineer. If you are a civil engineer, there are different areas of civil engineering, highway, structural engineering, geotechnical engineering, water resources engineering. If you are in electronic, I know there is power, they have a communication system, and many of them. And you will discover that as a person, you can't go into all this. You can't go into all this. It is essential that you have a place where you want to work. And then you are able to develop your skills along that line so that you don't end up acquiring skills that will not be important. So it's essential to establish your goals. There are so many things that can help you establish that. Maybe you have a place already in mind that you want to work, or maybe after finding a place to work and then you are happy with what you are doing there, you will want to continue to develop yourself along that line. So self-reflect, determine your strengths and the area of weakness. Where there are weaknesses, it is essential that these are areas where growth is necessary. Obtain external viewpoint. You can get information likewise from your colleagues who are able to help you to establish that, yes, somebody can actually establish that this person is good at this, is good at this. And then you know this is your strong area that you can continue to develop. And then set specific goals. Establish clear goals that are smart. When it's all about clear goals that are smart, we're talking about goals that are specific, that are measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based. Another thing you must do is now, once you have been able to set your goals, you have set your goals, you know the areas you want to go, you know where you want to develop yourself, you know the aspect of your discipline you want to focus on, then you must now have a plan for development. How do you develop yourself along that area? And one thing that is very important is continuous professional development. Korea now is going to a stage that every seminar, workshop is going to have points at least, and then for a particular year, you must be able to acquire a certain number of points before you can qualify, to renew your license for the following year. And that is where they are going now. That has not started, but it's going to start very soon. And then another thing, and this continuous professional development, how do you get it? I mentioned NSC earlier. I mentioned Korean earlier. They can help you in this regard. And then there are certifications also that are very important. Apart from the fact that they are going to improve your skill, they are going to improve your employability likewise. When you possess these skills, project management skills, computing skill, in artificial intelligence, all this software, they are going to improve your employability skill. And then you have some of these things likewise, you are able to do them online, and there are platforms through which you can acquire some of these skills, edX, Coursera, Udemy, and many of them. And then another very important thing is that you must have a mentor. There is somebody who looks like where you are going. There is what you want to achieve, and then you have somebody who looks like where you are going. So you should take such person as a mentor, because that person will be in best position to guide you. He must have encountered many challenges. He must have run into, different obstacles on his way. Educating you through the process will help you to avoid such, and then you discover that the joy of a good mentor is to see the mentees doing better than he or she is. And then you have to make use of resources, I've mentioned it there, and then network. You have to network. Nobody can exist in isolation. You need other people to be able to function effectively. And then networking likewise is what I said is very, very important. Our dean here, I got to know him through the Nigerian Society of Engineers. We were chairmen of our different branches at the same time. So if I had not joined the Nigerian Society of Engineers, if I have not been participating actively in the opportunity, I may not have the opportunity of meeting him. So you can't exist in isolation. You can't stay in the corner of your house and you think people will locate you. So you have to be out there, network with people. Every opportunity to do that, it is essential that you must do. And the last one I will mention there is that when you have acquired skill, you don't just acquire skills and don't improve on them. It is essential that you practice whatever skills you must have acquired. Even if you have not gotten a job, you can go to any establishment and ask for opportunity for internship. You can even ask for opportunity to be part of the establishment without being paid. That's what you want to do is just, is just to learn. And you discover that will help you greatly. So seek opportunity to improve on whatever skills you have. And there are different challenges also, different challenges that are out there, that you can partake in as a group. And then this will give you the opportunity likewise to own your skills. And whatever you know as well, you must be ready to educate others. In the process of teaching others what you know, what you are doing is improving your skill. And the last one that is also very important is that you must get feedback on whatever you are doing from others. And to the conclusion, I want to tell you that the field of engineering is actually changing significantly, and engineers need to be able to match these changes, design and construct infrastructure that are resilient and at the same time sustainable. And then for us to be able to do this, you must, make sure that you continue to improve yourself. Don't limit yourself to what you have learned in the classroom. Develop every skill that is essential, which you have acknowledged is essential for the area that you want to go. So lastly, I want to encourage you to pursue excellence. Pursue to be the best in whatever you are doing. You all want to be the best. That should be your goal. In this field, in this civil engineering, whatever area you find yourself there, your determination should be that you want to be the best. Let me leave you with the word of Plato that says, you must always remind yourself that excellence is not what? A gift, but a skill that takes practice. So we do not act rightly because we are excellent. In fact, we achieve excellence by acting actly. So I want to encourage you, write actly, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.